What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Almost forgotten but not quite, the memory of those once mad eyes remained vivid in Leon's mind. Though Kagali would describe it as jealousy, to Leon, it had been a chilling sight. However, in the present, those eyes shimmered like lapis lazuli, exuding a captivating beauty. She's the same person, so there might be another explanation. Could this mean there's a chance to discuss things? Despite the circumstances at hand, Leon acknowledged the situation of the other party. Facing Leon, the clowns persisted in delivering their speeches.
Demon Lord Leon, you're not just accountable for the downfall of Kazalim-sama, but also for the death of our brother and friend, Clayman, the crazy clown. I won't go easy on you. I'm furious.
With those words, Footman, despite his bulky frame, skillfully bowed. Laplace followed suit.
Yeah, that's true. Poor Clayman never aspired to be a demon lord. He was merely the best suited for it, so we chose him as a stand-in in case something happened to the chairman. I regret how things turned out so much.
His voice carried a tinge of sorrow, reflecting on Clayman.
It's truly a tragedy, isn't it? But Kagali-sama has presented us with a chance for retaliation. I will unleash our full wrath upon you, so brace yourself until the end.
Tyr concluded with a touch of sadness. And thus, the fight commenced. On Leon's side stood 3 individuals. Conversely, Kagali's faction consisted of 5 members. However, Yuki remained motionless. Tyr targeted Alrose while Claude confronted Footman. Only 2 opponents remained, which meant Leon would need to face them alone. Under normal circumstances, defeat would have been inevitable. Yet, this time was an exception. As Leon called forth his flame pillar, Kagali struck him with the ruined scepter borrowed from Michael. The clash of these mythical-grade weapons sent reverberations throughout the hall. Simultaneously, Leon heard a voice in his mind.
Can you hear me? I wish to discuss terms.
His assumption had proven correct. Leon gave a solemn nod in agreement.
Thanks. I know I'm being watched closely, so I have to be cautious in everything I do. No matter how careful I am, it always feels like it's not enough.
You're absolutely right.
Leon concurred, his expression serious. Their conversation felt like a delicate balancing act, with both sides engaged in a silent and tense struggle. Laplace's main task was to relay the encrypted thoughts. Using the mental link between Kagali and Laplace, encrypted data was passed along. Kagali shared information with Laplace, who then passed it on to Leon. In return, Leon's encrypted responses were transmitted through Laplace back to Kagali. This method was chosen to prevent Michael from intercepting Kagali's thoughts. Kagali believed that by setting up multiple mental barriers, she could shield some thoughts from Michael's scrutiny. Kagali's cautious behavior stemmed from her impending betrayal of Michael. Once bearers of past grievances against Leon, Kagali was now focused after distancing herself from Michael. Therefore, it was decided that aligning with Leon was the best course of action. Escaping Michael's surveillance became achievable once they reached Ramirez's maze. The enigmatic slime held the promise of liberating Kagali and the others by any means necessary.
By the way, did you happen to create an emergency escape route? I can't rely on magic to reach the maze, so if there's an alternative, I'd like to use it.
Although transfer magic was an option, it posed a risk. Any unanticipated action on Kagali's part could lead to Michael further tightening his grip on her. Ideally, Kagali wanted a direct path to the labyrinth for evacuation. If that wasn't feasible, she hoped that preparations would be made to receive her and the others.
Got it. I get where you're coming from.
I just need some time to get things in order. You're the one Michael is after, right? You possess the Purity King skill, don't you?
I won't deny it.
Leon finally admitted, realizing there was no use in hiding it any longer. Once their country was under attack, he knew that the skill's owner was already identified. Given the vast power difference, there was no need to extract information from Leon. They could simply incapacitate him and deliver him to Michael. While Tyr and Footman were causing chaos, Alrose and Claude remained unscathed. If their intent was truly malicious, Tyr and Claude would have been long gone by now. The current circumstances didn't warrant such behavior. This assurance led Leon to believe Kagali's words were truthful.
I trust you. There's definitely a magical transfer circle within this castle that leads to Ramirez's labyrinth.
I had a feeling.
Kagali's face lit up with the realization that her plan now had a better chance of success. As they clashed swords vigorously, she eagerly pushed forward and delved into negotiations. Having let go of his suspicions toward Kagali, Leon pondered whether he should simply agree. But instead of Kagali, Chloe's smile, the girl Leon cared for, came to mind. Strangely, that smile wasn't directed at Leon, but at Rimuru. Dark emotions began to stir within Leon's heart. It wasn't jealousy. Absolutely not. Leon pushed his emotions down and gritted his teeth. He reasoned with himself. Rimuru would accept these individuals. It wouldn't trouble Leon's conscience much to involve them. Feeling a sense of relief, Leon nodded and started making preparations.
So, it's just the 5 of you, right?
Yes, there are others who used to serve under Yuki-sama, but I don't trust them. Leaving them here poses no threat to us, and holding them captive serves no purpose, so we're leaving them behind.
Wouldn't it be wiser to bring them along to weaken the enemy's forces?
Leon surprised them with his kindness. His misunderstood cold demeanor stemmed from awkwardness, as Kagali sensed.
You're not what I expected. You didn't go easy on me when I was your age.
I had no choice. With a demon lord on the attack, I couldn't afford to be relaxed. I aimed to end the battle swiftly to avoid civilian casualties.
She got his point. If 2 demon lords of equal skill were to battle, it would cause significant damage to the surrounding area. To prevent this, the best approach would be to aim for a quick decisive battle, similar to what Leon had done.
That's right. Besides, I was foolish back then, so I can't really complain. Let it go.
Kagali's reaction took Leon by surprise, as he had expected her to express more discontent.
You've really changed.
With that, he stumbled over his words, reconsidered, and continued the conversation.
The magic transfer circle is situated behind this room. This area is heavily guarded by a multi-layer barrier, so opening the hidden door behind the throne is all it takes.
Thanks. So, what's your plan?
Michael's objective was to secure Leon. We should escape together, Kagali suggested. Despite this, Leon's response was resolute and unwavering.
I'm staying. If I wanted to run, I would have sought refuge with Rimuru from the start.
Kagali nodded in agreement.
Michael's authority is absolute, you know?
But there are conditions as well. Even if I were to be controlled in the worst-case scenario, Guy could observe the process and devise a solution.
That was just one of the motivations, not the only one. Ultimately, Leon's aim was to safeguard the people of El Dorado with his own efforts. This was the true goal of Leon Cromwell, the man who relinquished his status as a chosen hero to protect the diverse populace of humans and demons.
You're truly selfless, willing to sacrifice yourself for others.
Well, not quite. I have a ruthless streak. I allowed others to be sacrificed because I wanted to save the one person I love. I will bear the consequences.
These words demonstrated Leon's determination. Recognizing this, Kagali chose to honor Leon's wishes. She had her own priorities and saw no need to convince him. And so, the choice was finalized. Kagali relayed the information to Tyr and Footman through Laplace. In contrast, Leon had been conversing with Alrose and Claude. Both of them believed the enemy wasn't a serious threat, thus they were swayed by Leon's explanation. The only remaining task was to convince Yuki to accompany them. Leon exchanged a glance with Kagali, directing her towards a concealed door. Interpreting his intention, Kagali pretended to be startled and obliterated the door. Observing this, Laplace gestured to Footman and Tyr. Alrose and the rest assisted in the pretense, with Footman and Tyr also heading towards the hidden chamber as if swept away by a strong force.
Yuki-sama. Well, I suppose it's my turn, right?
With that, Yuki casually proceeded towards the secret room. All right. Now I just need Leon to activate the magic circle. Kagali was confident in their success. It had been a delicate situation, but now she could elude Michael. That was how it was supposed to unfold. However, it was at this moment that fate turned its back on Kagali and the others. Michael, still situated in the Heavenly Star Palace, had uncovered Obera's betrayal before Dino could notify him. Michael was incensed. It was an unprecedented feeling for him. He was furious that his plan had been foiled. The underlying cause was traced back to his own naivety. Despite his overwhelming power, he had allowed himself to be deceived by placing faith in his allies' uncertainties, leading to this outcome. Obera had obtained the Salvation King Azrael, and Michael was aware of it. He should have solidified his dominance at that juncture. Michael's failure was evident in not taking action. If there was an error, he needed to make amends. Despite his anger, Michael thought rationally. This led him to tighten his grip over the angelic skill owners he controlled through ultimate dominion via Feldway. Kagali's pride was also stripped away as a consequence. There was just one final hurdle left to overcome. That hurdle seemed like a huge distance away. Feldway emerged from the shattered doorway that led to the audience chamber.
I was curious, but I never expected betrayal. You are all foolish for not comprehending my true intentions.
Witnessing Feldway's outburst, Kagali understood that the plan had failed. She knew she needed to help Laplace and the others escape, at least. A word from her could make it happen. But she found herself unable to speak.
It's pointless. The ultimate dominion has full control of you. Michael's summer is not pleased. I allowed you free reign, and now
Feldway's icy gaze fell upon Leon, freezing him in place.
it seems our target was here too. You will also become a loyal servant.
Before Leon could respond, he unleashed Purity King Metatron at full power, preparing to strike with a divine force. Yet, the realization of his imminent defeat washed over Leon. Damn, I can't win this. Though he had never met Michael, a deep sense of loyalty surged within him. His memories and knowledge remained intact, but he was consumed by an overwhelming sense of euphoria.
Chloe.
The image of the girl he loved faded as an irresistible ecstasy took over. Just like Leon, Kagali's heart had been taken captive as well. Her allegiance to Michael overshadowed her affection for her close companions.
I'm always so naive.
Kagali bemoaned in a deeply sorrowful state, but even that remorse quickly faded.
Chairman, you can't just throw in the towel now. I believe in you.
Kagali heard a voice that left her puzzled. Yet, it sounded like the voice of a child shouting through layers of glass, making it hard to discern.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Just a Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jerry Sladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Thomas, J, Christ, Joshua Cousins, Vethelny, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Kamal Ebanks, Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyrus, Alver, Normal Defate, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J. Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Ekotski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Guy Ansley, Simon Rode, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibul, Putate, Thanakorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, The Harv, Mike Roch, Matthew Abraham, Drayden Yamauchi. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.